I don't know how they did it. All I know is they did it. I don't think anybody knows how they did it, how they lifted those stones, how they brought them up to that level. I think we're looking, again, at a lost technology.
Ancient artifacts and structures often challenge our understanding of history, revealing technological sophistication that seems far ahead of its time. These enigmatic discoveries, from advanced metalwork and mysterious inscriptions to intricate machinery and unexplained phenomena, continue to puzzle historians, archaeologists, and scientists alike.
I always go back to the ancient Egyptian traditions that speak of priests chanting as these huge blocks were lifted into the air.
Today, we are going to take a look at some of these machines and artifacts. Number 1, diamond cutting machine.
The only material really strong enough to penetrate granite, well, that's diamond. And if the ancient Egyptians had diamond cutting technology, well, then history would have to be rewritten.
Located in the Petrie Museum, one cylinder stands as a testament to the advanced technological capabilities of ancient Egypt. This cylinder, crafted with remarkable precision, is believed to have been created using sophisticated methods that challenge our understanding of the tools available to ancient craftsmen. The Egyptians, known for their architectural and engineering marvels, employed a machine that, despite its simplicity, achieved results that are astonishing even by today's standards. The process involved using a bow drill, a tool that utilized a cord wrapped around a cylindrical object to rotate it at high speeds. This rotation, combined with abrasive materials like sand or quartz, allowed the Egyptians to bore and shape stone with incredible accuracy. The level of precision in this cylinder suggests a deep understanding of both mechanical principles and material properties. The fact that ancient Egyptians were able to produce surfaces and geometries of such precision suggests that their ability to solve complex engineering problems was very advances for the time they were living in. Number 2, clepsydra. The clepsydra, or water clock, is one of the oldest timekeeping devices, with origins tracing back to ancient Egypt around 1500 BCE. This ingenious instrument measured time by the controlled flow of water from or into a vessel. Early Egyptian clepsydras were simple: a stone or ceramic container filled with water with a small hole at the bottom that allowed the water to escape at a steady rate. As the water level decreased, it marked the passage of time, often against a scale inscribed on the inner surface. The clepsydra played a significant role in various aspects of Egyptian life, from regulating nighttime activities to timing religious ceremonies. Its use spread throughout the ancient world, with the Greeks and Romans refining the design for greater accuracy. The Greeks, for instance, added gears and dials to track the hours more precisely. Despite its simplicity, the clepsydra represents a remarkable achievement in early technology, demonstrating an understanding of fluid dynamics and the importance of time measurement. Number 3, nilometer. The nilometer was an ancient Egyptian tool used to measure the Nile River's water levels, playing a crucial role in the civilization's agricultural and economic life. Given the Nile's central importance to Egypt, as it provided fertile soil through its annual floods, predicting the flood levels was essential for managing crops and resources. There were 3 main types of nilometers: a vertical column, a series of steps leading down to the water, and a simple well with a connected channel. The most famous nilometer, located on the island of Rhoda in Cairo, is a vertical column with markings to measure the water level. During the flood season, priests would monitor the water's rise using the nilometer, which helped predict whether the flood would be sufficient for good crops or if it would result in famine or disaster. The measurements taken by the nilometer also determined tax rates, as the fertility of the land directly influenced the amount of grain that could be harvested. Thus, the nilometer was not just a scientific instrument, but also a tool of governance, reflecting the sophisticated ways in which ancient Egyptians managed their environment and resources. Number 4. Baghdad Battery. The Baghdad Battery is an intriguing artifact discovered in the 1930s near Baghdad, Iraq. Dating back to the Parthian or Sassanid period, roughly 150 BCE to 650 CE, the device consists of a terracotta jar, a copper cylinder, and an iron rod. The jar, about 5 inches tall, shows evidence that it may have been filled with an acidic substance like vinegar or lemon juice, which would create a chemical reaction between the copper and iron, generating a small electric current. The true purpose of the Baghdad battery remains a mystery. Some researchers suggest it could have been used for electroplating, applying a thin layer of metal onto another surface, indicating that ancient people might have had knowledge of electricity far earlier than previously believed. Others argue that it could have served a more mundane purpose, such as a storage container or a simple medical device. Number 5. Greek crane. The Greek crane, a pivotal invention in ancient construction, revolutionized the way large structures were built in classical Greece. First appearing around the 6th century BCE, the crane was a simple yet powerful device that allowed the Greeks to lift heavy stones and other materials to great heights, which was essential for constructing temples, theaters, and other monumental structures. The basic design of the Greek crane consisted of a wooden beam, ropes, and a system of pulleys. A team of workers, often using a treadwheel or winch, would operate the crane, hoisting massive stones that could weigh several tons. The crane's introduction significantly reduced the labor needed to build large structures and allowed for more ambitious architectural designs. One of the most famous examples of the Greek crane in action is the construction of the Parthenon in Athens. The precision and efficiency with which the massive marble blocks were positioned is a testament to the crane's effectiveness. The Greek crane's design and use spread throughout the ancient world, influencing Roman construction methods and beyond. It stands as a symbol of the ancient Greeks' ingenuity and their ability to solve complex engineering challenges. Number 6. Piri Reis Map. The Piri Reis Map, created in 1513 by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis, is a fascinating artifact that has puzzled historians for centuries. The map, which shows parts of Europe, Africa, and South America, is notable for its surprising accuracy, particularly in its depiction of the South American coastline. What makes the Piri Reis map even more intriguing is that it includes what some believe to be a representation of the northern coast of Antarctica, without its ice cover. This depiction has led to various theories and debates. Some suggest that the map is based on much older source maps, possibly created by an advanced civilization that existed before the last ice age. Others argue that it could have been compiled using ancient knowledge passed down through generations, possibly from explorers who traveled further than previously thought. The idea that the Piri Reis map might show Antarctica before it was covered in ice has sparked considerable controversy, especially since mainstream history asserts that Antarctica was not discovered until 1820. Despite the mysteries surrounding it, the Piri Reis map remains a captivating piece of historical cartography, offering a glimpse into the extensive and perhaps underestimated knowledge of ancient and early modern civilizations. Number 7. Stone Spheres of Costa Rica. The stone spheres of Costa Rica, known locally as Las Bolas, are a collection of over 300 almost perfectly spherical stones, found primarily in the Diquís Delta and on Isla del Caño. These mysterious artifacts, some dating back to 600 CE, range in size from a few centimeters to over 2 meters in diameter, with the largest weighing up to 15 tons. Crafted from gabbro, limestone, and other materials, these stones have baffled archaeologists and historians for decades. The spheres are believed to have been created by the indigenous Defies people, but their exact purpose remains unclear. Some theories suggest they were used as markers for astronomical alignments, territorial boundaries, or ceremonial sites. However, no definitive evidence has confirmed these ideas, leading to more speculation. Adding to the mystery, many of the spheres have been moved from their original locations, sometimes used as lawn ornaments, or even damaged during efforts to uncover them. This displacement has made it difficult to study their original context and purpose. The precision with which these spheres were carved, given the tools likely available to the Defies people, has led to various fringe theories, including speculation about lost civilizations or even extraterrestrial influence. Number 8. Antikythera mechanism. The Antikythera mechanism, discovered in 1901 off the coast of the Greek island Antikythera, is one of the most extraordinary artifacts from the ancient world. Dating back to around 100 BCE, this complex device is often considered the world's first analog computer. It was used to predict astronomical positions, eclipses, and even the timing of the ancient Olympic Games. The mechanism consists of a series of bronze gears and dials housed in a wooden case, intricately designed to model the movements of the sun, moon, and planets. The level of precision and the complexity of the gears indicate a deep understanding of both mathematics and astronomy by its creators. It is believed to have been used to forecast astronomical events based on Babylonian and Greek knowledge. What makes the Antikythera mechanism so remarkable is not just its function, but the fact that nothing comparable in technological sophistication appeared for over 1,000 years. The mechanism's discovery has sparked debates about the level of technological advancement in the ancient world and the possibility of lost knowledge. The Antikythera mechanism remains a symbol of ancient ingenuity, offering a glimpse into the advanced scientific and engineering capabilities of the Hellenistic period. It continues to captivate scientists and historians, providing insight into the rich intellectual tradition of ancient Greece. Number 9. Nazca Lines. The Nazca Lines, a series of large geoglyphs etched into the desert plains of southern Peru, are among the most enigmatic and visually striking ancient creations. Created by the Nazca culture between 500 BCE and 500 CE, these lines cover an area of nearly 1,000 square kilometers and depict a variety of shapes, including animals, plants, and geometric patterns. Some of the most famous figures include a hummingbird, spider, monkey, and even a humanoid figure known as the astronaut. The lines were made by removing the reddish-brown top layer of pebbles to reveal the lighter-colored earth beneath. Their purpose, however, remains a subject of debate. Some theories suggest that the lines served as astronomical markers or were part of religious ceremonies to honor deities, particularly those related to water and fertility, which were crucial in the arid region. What makes the Nazca lines particularly mysterious is that they are best viewed from the air, leading to speculation about how and why they were created with such precision. This has fueled various theories, including those involving extraterrestrial involvement, although most scholars attribute the lines to the Nazca people's advanced knowledge of geometry and surveying. Despite numerous studies, the true purpose of the Nazca lines remains uncertain, making them one of the most intriguing archaeological mysteries of the ancient world. Number 10. The Dendrolite. The dendrolite is a term used to describe a set of reliefs found in the Hathor Temple at Dendera, Egypt. These carvings, which date back to the Ptolemaic period, around 100 BCE, depict what appears to be a large bulb-like object held by figures with a snake-like filament inside. The image has sparked significant speculation, leading some to theorize that it represents an ancient form of electrical lighting. Proponents of the Dendera light theory suggest that the reliefs depict a form of technology similar to a modern electric lamp, with the snake inside the bulb representing a filament, and the structure supporting the bulb resembling a power source. This interpretation has fueled theories that the ancient Egyptians possessed advanced knowledge of electricity far earlier than commonly believed. However, mainstream Egyptologists interpret the relief differently, seeing it as a symbolic representation of a mythological scene rather than a technological artifact. They argue that the images are part of a ritual context, showing the birth of the sun god from a lotus flower, with the snake representing divine energy or life force. Number 11. Voynich Manuscript. The Voynich manuscript is one of the most mysterious and enigmatic books in the world, baffling scholars, cryptographers, and historians for centuries. Discovered in 1912 by rare book dealer Wilfrid Voynich, this 15th century manuscript is written in an unknown script that has defied all attempts at decipherment. The book is filled with strange illustrations of plants, astronomical diagrams, and bizarre figures, further adding to its mystique. The manuscript's language, sometimes referred to as Voynichese, has no known counterpart, leading to numerous theories about its origins. Some suggest it could be a sophisticated hoax, while others believe it might be a coded document, an unknown language, or even a work of an alien or lost civilization. Despite the efforts of some of the world's best cryptographers, including those during World War II, no one has been able to crack the code. The illustrations in the manuscript are equally perplexing. Many depict plants that do not resemble any known species, and the astronomical charts appear to follow no recognizable system. This has led some to speculate that the manuscript may contain knowledge lost to history, or that it might be the product of an imaginative mind. The Voynich manuscript remains one of history's great unsolved puzzles, a captivating artifact that continues to intrigue and inspire theories about its true purpose and origin. Number 12. Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe, located in southeastern Turkey, is one of the most significant archaeological discoveries of the modern era, reshaping our understanding of prehistoric human societies. Dating back to around 9600 BCE, Göbekli Tepe predates Stonehenge by several millennia, making it the world's oldest known monumental structure. The site consists of a series of massive stone pillars arranged in circular enclosures, some of which are over 5 meters tall and weigh up to 20 tons. These pillars are intricately carved with depictions of animals such as lions, snakes, and birds, alongside abstract symbols. The sheer scale and sophistication of the construction have stunned archaeologists, as it suggests that complex organized labor existed long before the advent of agriculture or settled societies. The purpose of Göbekli Tepe remains a subject of debate. Some researchers believe it was a religious or ceremonial center, possibly dedicated to ancestor worship or shamanistic rituals. The site challenges traditional views of human development, as it indicates that the drive to build monumental structures may have preceded, rather than followed, the establishment of settled agricultural communities. Number 13. The Dropa Stones. The Dropa Stones are a controversial and enigmatic artifact purportedly discovered in the Bayan Karaula Mountains on the border between China and Tibet. in 1938. According to the story, a team of archaeologists, led by Dr. Chi Pu-te, stumbled upon a series of cave tombs containing the skeletal remains of a short, frail people and hundreds of stone discs, each about a foot in diameter. These discs, often referred to as the dropper stones, were said to have a spiral groove etched into their surface, resembling an ancient form of writing or recording. Some claim that the grooves contain a microscopic script detailing the story of an extraterrestrial spacecraft that crashed in the mountains over 12,000 years ago. The occupants, known as the Dropper, allegedly could not repair their ship and adapted to life on Earth, eventually dying out. However, the authenticity of the dropper stones is highly disputed. Mainstream archaeologists and historians largely regard the story as a hoax or a modern myth, as no physical evidence of the stones or the alleged script has been verified. Number 14. Sacsayhuaman Walls. The Sacsayhuaman Walls, located near Cusco, Peru, are a remarkable example of ancient engineering that continues to baffle archaeologists and engineers alike. Built by the Inca civilization in the 15th century, these massive walls are constructed from enormous stone blocks, some weighing as much as 200 tons. What is truly astonishing about Sacsayhuaman is the precision with which these stones were cut and fitted together. The blocks are so perfectly joined that not even a thin piece of paper can be inserted between them, and they were assembled without the use of mortar. The techniques used to cut and transport these colossal stones remain a mystery. The Incas had no known written language or advanced machinery, yet they managed to achieve a level of precision and craftsmanship that rivals modern construction. Some theories suggest that the stones were softened using unknown chemical processes, or that the Incas possessed advanced tools that have since been lost to history. Adding to the intrigue, the zigzag pattern of the walls and their massive scale have led some to speculate that they served not only as fortifications, but also had religious or ceremonial significance. Number 15. Ulfberht Sword. The Ulfberht sword is a legendary weapon from the Viking Age, renowned for its superior quality and craftsmanship that set it apart from other swords of the time. Dating from around 800 to 1000 CE, these swords were forged from high-carbon steel, which gave them exceptional strength, flexibility, and a sharp edge. What makes the Ulfberht swords particularly intriguing is the advanced metallurgical techniques used to create them, techniques that were not common in Europe until much later. The steel used in Ulfberht swords, known as crucible steel, contained minimal impurities and had a higher carbon content, making the blades far superior to those of typical iron swords. This type of steel was difficult to produce, requiring a method to heat iron to a very high temperature and then cool it in a controlled way, knowledge that was rare in medieval Europe. The name Ulfberht was inlaid on the blade in a pattern-welded inscription, suggesting that the swords were made by a master craftsman or a specific group of swordsmiths. The mystery of how the Vikings acquired or developed such advanced metalworking techniques has led to various theories, including possible influences from the East or lost knowledge of early European metallurgy. The Ulfberht swords remain a symbol of the Viking warriors' prowess and a remarkable example of ancient technological achievement, defying the conventional understanding of medieval craftsmanship. Number 16. Shroud of Turin. The Shroud of Turin is one of the most studied and debated religious artifacts in history. It is a linen cloth measuring approximately 14 feet by 3.5 feet, bearing the faint image of a man who appears to have suffered crucifixion. Believed by many to be the burial shroud of Jesus Christ, the shroud has captivated both believers and skeptics since its first recorded appearance in the 14th century. What makes the Shroud of Turin particularly mysterious is the nature of the image imprinted on it. The image is not painted or dyed, but appears to be a subtle discoloration of the fibers, which has led to intense scientific scrutiny. Despite numerous studies, no one has been able to conclusively explain how the image was created. Some researchers suggest it might have been caused by a burst of radiant energy, leading to speculation about its divine origins. Radiocarbon dating conducted in 1988 suggested that the shroud dates from the Middle Ages, which would place its creation long after the time of Christ. However, this dating has been contested due to potential contamination or repair work on the cloth. The Shroud of Turin remains a profound enigma, blending faith, science, and mystery, and continues to inspire debate about its authenticity and the method of its creation. Number 17. Shigir Idol. The Shigir Idol is an extraordinary artifact that challenges our understanding of prehistoric art and culture. Discovered in 1890 in the Shigir peat bog in the Ural Mountains of Russia, this wooden statue is the oldest known wooden sculpture in the world, dating back over 12,000 years. Carved from larch wood, the Shigir idol stands at about 5.3 meters, 17 feet tall, though it was originally even taller, as parts of it are missing. The idol is covered with intricate geometric carvings, including zigzags, chevrons, and faces, which are believed to hold symbolic or ritual significance. The complexity and sophistication of these carvings suggest that the people who created the Shigir idol possessed a deep understanding of abstract thinking and symbolic representation, challenging the notion that such advanced cognitive abilities only emerged later in human history. The purpose of the Shigir idol remains a mystery. Some researchers speculate that it may have been a totemic object, used in religious or spiritual rituals, while others believe it could represent a form of early storytelling or communication. Number 18. Dodecahedron. The Roman dodecahedrons are mysterious small hollow objects made of bronze or stone, featuring 12 flat, pentagonal faces, each with a circular hole of varying diameter in the center. These artifacts, typically ranging from 4 to 11 centimeters in size, have been found across various parts of Europe, particularly in sites associated with the Roman Empire, dating back to the 2nd and 3rd centuries CE. What makes the Roman dodecahedrons particularly intriguing is the complete lack of historical documentation or explanation for their purpose. Despite being discovered in numerous locations, their function remains unknown, leading to a wide range of theories. Some suggest they were used as measuring devices, perhaps for gauging the optimal sowing of grains, while others propose they could have been used as candle holders, given the wax residue found inside some examples. More speculative theories suggest that the dodecahedrons might have had a religious or ceremonial purpose, perhaps used in divination or as a tool in rituals. Another hypothesis is that they served as a tool for knitting gloves, with the different hole sizes accommodating different thicknesses of yarn. The true purpose of the Roman dodecahedrons remains one of archaeology's unsolved puzzles. Number 19. Lycurgus Cup. The Lycurgus Cup is a remarkable example of ancient Roman glasswork, showcasing a technology that continues to intrigue and astonish scientists and historians. Dating back to the 4th century CE, this cup is made from dichroic glass, a material that changes color depending on the light source. When viewed in normal daylight, the cup appears green, but when lit from behind, it transforms into a deep, glowing red. This color-changing effect is achieved through the presence of tiny nanoparticles of gold and silver embedded in the glass, a process that demonstrates a sophisticated understanding of materials science. The exact method by which the Roman craftsmen achieved this effect remains unclear, suggesting that they possessed advanced knowledge of nanotechnology long before the concept was understood in the modern sense. The Lycurgus cup is named after the depiction on its surface, which shows the myth of King Lycurgus of Thrace entangled in vines as punishment for offending Dionysus, the god of wine. Number 20. Phaistos disc. The Phaistos disc is one of the most enigmatic artifacts from the ancient world, discovered in 1908 in the Minoan palace of Phaistos on the island of Crete. Dating back to around 1700 BCE, the disc is made of fired clay and is about 15 centimeters in diameter. What makes the Phaistos disc particularly intriguing is the spiral pattern of symbols stamped on both sides, totaling 241 signs grouped into 61 clusters. These symbols include representations of human figures, animals, plants, and various abstract shapes, many of which have no known parallels in other ancient scripts. The fact that the symbols were stamped, rather than inscribed, suggests that the Phaistos disc might represent one of the earliest examples of movable type printing, predating Gutenberg's press by thousands of years. Despite extensive study, the script on the Phaistos disc remains undeciphered, leading to much speculation about its purpose and meaning. Some theories suggest it could be a form of proto-writing, possibly a ritual or ceremonial text, while others propose that it may be a record or a form of ancient storytelling. That's all we've got for you. Tell me in the comments, what were your favorite examples of ancient technological discoveries? Like the video and subscribe for more content coming up. See you next time.